So I'm going to record, oh shoot, on the topic of the artist's way. This is for myself. Please, Malika, please. I already know this is going to be a mess. But I think this would be good for me to have in the future. And hopefully it is serving that. So I started this 1 week ago, but I started the morning pages like 2 weeks ago. And I couldn't, I've been really confused as to what I'm going to be doing with my life since I already graduated. Because, okay, this is December 5th, 2021. I graduated in May, so it's been months. And I decided to give myself a year off, which is weird because I didn't think I was going to take a year off. I was going forward with the job. But, I looked back on my texts, and I texted someone telling them, oh yeah, I'm going to take a year off after I graduate and then figure it out. I have a pimple patch on my face. It's okay. And, I didn't know that I at some point just had that knowing that I was going to. But I mean, I guess it's not the most unique thing on the planet to take a year off after graduating college. And I was feeling, at some point I wanted to do theater. Certain things didn't work out. Like architecture did not work out. Theater wouldn't work out. Economics wouldn't work out. The only thing that was working out was me doing philosophy. I guess, and then I was thinking, okay, so I had entertained the idea of doing painting, and then I started getting confused, because over time, doing this time without being in school, I feel like my mind has been expanding about the possibilities of what I can do with my life. At first it was okay, I am a pretty creative person, I should go into advertising. I like words. And then that wouldn't work out. I did the design thing. I entered the competition and was locked with one other girl for this internship for design, and it didn't work out, which really was it seemed like it would, but it didn't, and I felt like I kept running into walls. But of course I could just keep trying, but it's my heart was just out of it, and I was I don't even know what I want. And I somehow came across this book, and I was what do I have to lose? And I'm still on that, what do I have to lose? So I started it 1 week ago, and my brain, before this, my brain had already been it's not oh, if you want to do art, you don't have to go into something that feels more stable necessarily. And then I remember, because I listened to Big Magic, and one of the things she said was that she would never expect her writing to pay for her. She would pay her livelihood. She would find a way to finance her writing itself, so rather than it finance her. And I was the idea of my dream of going to grad school, no matter what the grad school is for, is mostly elitist. It's mostly egoic. Oh, that's also where I started questioning myself a lot, because I realized as I claim to be someone who's very purpose-driven, but I realized I had been faltering because I had slipped into being ego-driven, where it was more towards what other people, it was not being someone who derives a lot of happiness and worth from my achievements, and happiness from my projects, and feeling like people around me are satisfied with my work, I suppose. Even though no one has, my friends, my significant other, no one brought it up that I wasn't working, but I felt over time people would not like me anymore because I wasn't being productive. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't creating anything, which is not great. And when I was thinking of what I want, it was I was thinking of the MacArthur Award, or if I was doing acting, the Oscar, I don't know. You see, this is it shouldn't be a priority. But those things are all ego driven. And I was oh, but I just want it because it's outside, it's something outside of me that tells me that other people value my work and that I'm doing good work. And it's apparently that's ego driven. And a lot of it's just every corner of it was ego driven. And okay, now I know I'm not gonna roll this anywhere, because like my north node is Leo, my south node's Aquarius. It's probably why I get along with Aquarius so much and I don't like Leos that much generally. So I always think like I feel like in my heart that I've definitely lived to, I've been like an academic person studying something esoteric or doing some sort of healing, putting others before myself a lot in past lives, I feel like. And I feel like this is my chance, because like my chart has a lot of opening, like it's a very like open concept floor plan to, I keep getting the message and then having it confirmed with my chart that I can do what I want, I can choose. And then it's like, but you're gonna get to the same place that you're meant to be regardless of which route you choose. And that is extremely anxiety inducing for me, because I'm like, I don't want to do something where I won't feel, even though I'll feel fulfilled in the short run, I won't be doing what my soul wants me to do, which is move towards this Leo. And that doesn't mean I need to be in the spotlight necessarily, but it means that I need to be expressing myself. And with the idea that what my purpose can be is to help others see the light in themselves and to see the good in them or whatever. So I feel like maybe that's a unique talent, I guess, but to see the good in people and to help them see it in themselves. I don't know how I could do that with painting. And also I get really discouraged because I'm not a drawer. That's not really how I easily express myself, but then that could also be because that's not what I've done historically, because like I could keep writing private, but you know, we had to draw in school and things, people would see what I did, but once I realized I wasn't the best. I mean, it's not something I enjoy, even get joy from. I feel like words bring me joy. Words is something that I feel like I'm relatively good at. I can't sing, but it seems as if I put the work into vocal training that I would be able to sing. And then I could become a better writer of songs or something. And I guess that's kind of like channeling, like letting God, spirit move through you to help others. But I don't know. So you have all this gunk in my brain, and then also I get so anxious about the idea of even trying something out. And I don't know why. It's like fear that I would have not even wasted time, like I don't know what the block is. So I thought this would be a good way to really get to the bottom of what I want to do. So I feel like my brain, it's just like I get to a certain point and it's like, nope, no further. So 1 week. So this is the end of the week. I did the last exercise, but I have to do the check-in. When she was speaking about giving yourself permission to be a bad artist and a lot of things about like thinking of creativity through a spiritual lens feels extremely powerful. It feels like kind of like I was like reading and I was like, this is groundbreaking. How have I never heard this perspective before? And I don't know, I loved reading this. Shadow artists. I loved all the little quotes on the sides. I don't know. So I am just giving it a huge chance. I mean, I'm not like huge chances, and I'm sticking to it. Today was the last one, and to go for a walk. I did not want to go for a walk. It's cold outside. I don't like the cold, but I feel like it was more resistance, because she says like notice when there's resistance. And I was like, why? It's like I know every time I walk, I feel happy about it. So why wouldn't I just go and walk? And what was this week called? Recovering a sense of safety. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say other than I did week 1 and I'm hoping to be surprised by this. Ideally, in an ideal world, I'd end this with a clearer vision of what I want to do. Also, one of the exercises that I did yesterday, which was to put your 5 lives, things that you would do, I guess. And I put working in a publishing house, as an editor, marketing or an art, a painter, a musician, somehow sound healing, a designer, or a physicist, and an honorable mention for acting, even though no. And to choose one of those things to be for a week. And I'm choosing a musician, and I'm going to do vocal training for a week, which makes me anxious because our neighbors downstairs can hear us. My family will be able to hear me. I shouldn't have told my mom that I was interested in doing music because she wouldn't think anything of it. But yeah, a lot of the little mean goblin in my brain is like sort of shooting me down for inaction, sort of really using that as why I'm not artistic or an artist. And then, yeah, a lot of things came up with this. So I think the hardest thing for me is jumping into something somehow. But I'm gonna work at it and hopefully find something within me that I couldn't see with this. So I'll just do like a little check-in. Maybe next time I'll do it like when I'm feeling a strong emotion during week 2, or if something comes up, because like I would like to make this into like a little handbook for me. Yeah. Okay, over and out.